The final Season 4 just dropped, and we have a ton of new customizations with that, including new sights. We're going to check out all that stuff, the new weapon types, my takes on the new weapons, my takes on the new sights, all of that included together in this video. So we got a ton to talk about with that. What's up, world? It's Toby back into another video. Today we're checking out all things the finals. Okay, so jumping right into it, let's just get into the obvious stuff. We'll get into the new equipment, then let's go over the sights. We'll go over some of the other stuff with that, how they play, and things like that. So first up, obviously, Light got the new M26 Matter shotgun that was kind of teased for a while. Now this weapon is really fun to use as a Light main. It has a lot of different elements to it. It's really good with dash. It's even decent with invis and grapple hook. It can really two-shot lights, which is really nice. You kind of have to do all your damage very close up, but it does have some range there and is a fairly decent weapon. Now this weapon does contain no sights, so you only get the default one, which is the iron sights. And it has a few new skins with Season 4, of course. Jumping over to medium. Now, this was the one that we were speculating on that it was a DMR, but we didn't know for sure. But this is a marksman rifle, the Pike 556. Now, this weapon is very strong and definitely competes with the LH1. A lot of players are saying that it feels like the Magnum with a sight and a longer clip or a bigger mag, which is really, really nice. And this one does come with sights automatically, where you can opt in to actually remove. Now these are displaced here, but this is actually default. So the weapon will come with the Scout Epic sight, and then you can remove it and make it iron sights with, I believe, either 400 or 800 VR. Of course, this weapon did get a few skins, especially for the Battle Pass. Jumping over, we have the heavy weapon here, which is the brand new 50 Akimbos. Now these things are absolutely insane if you can hit your shots. A lot of people, I was not very good with these, but you'll see a lot of people are doing a lot with this weapon overall. People are going to do a lot with it when Season 4 releases. It is a very, very strong weapon. Probably one of, maybe even stronger than the DMR, but it's up there with that. This is definitely either 1 or 2 for sure. Now again, of course, this doesn't have sights because when you actually aim in, your weapon will do a different animation there where it kind of zooms in your reticle, or it does zoom in your reticle there in the middle of your screen, and will also sidewind or sideswipe the one weapon on the side, hold it to the side, and then that's essentially aiming in. So that's your right aim in. So it's not going to have any sights, of course. It is an Akimbo weapon. Its hipfire is okay, but this thing is very accurate for what it is, and it is very strong. We did get some new skins. There's one here for the bundle as well as from the Battle Pass. Now that does cover it for all the new things, all the new equipment. There was no specializations this time around or equipment itself. That is just the new weapons there. I'm going to go over all the different sights, which weapons have sights, which weapons do not. I'm also going to link to you down below a spreadsheet of all the weapons, what they cost for each sight, and as well as which weapons do have sights. If you want to check that out, you can. That was done by Linksy, my moderator, put that all together. So I'll go over which weapons don't have ones because people are going to ask that anyways. The 9.3R does not have sights. Of course, Dagger's not going to have anything either. The LH1 does have sights though, and it will be getting the reflector for 800, so you can make this with a scope. It's like a mini ACOG. It's not really an ACOG because it doesn't really zoom you in that much. Looks like an ACOG nonetheless, but it is just kind of like a red dot sight. Jumping over, we have the M11, which actually does get some sights this time around, and you will be getting the compact refractor, which is a normal red dot sight. Although the playstyle with this one is a bit rough. I've noticed that because it has so much recoil, the red dot kind of shoots off your screen. Wasn't really favorited. I didn't get a chance to test this one. Some of my teammates said that it was not very fun to use overall. The M26 Matter is not getting any sights. Same with the recurve bow or the SH1900, as well as the SR84 sword throwing knives. However, the V9S is actually getting some sights here. It is getting that compact reflector, and because this is one of my main weapons here, and also just to answer about the skin here, this is the closed beta skin. As you can see there, closed beta contestant 2023, because I know I'm going to get comments on that. What skin is this from, or where do you get this one? It was a closed beta test in February, I believe, in 2023. But, however, this is a red dot sight. I don't like it at all. It shoots off your screen way too much. Some of you might like it for long range approach. However, it just doesn't work with the pistol right, so I went back to using the iron sights, which I found a lot better. Wasn't a big fan of this. If they do nerf this or make it easier to see that red dot through the recoil, maybe you can consider using it, but it is quite rough. You'll see that from the footage. And then jumping over to the XP54, it does also have sights, but this time it just has the removal of sights, where you can make iron sights for 400. And again, just to clarify, if it does have a sight, like an actual either holographic or red dot, that will cost 800, and if you're removing the sights, that will cost 400. So in this case, iron sights 400. Coming over to medium, AKM is actually getting sights. Not a lot of people are going to like this. it is getting the compact reflector. And this is a very good sight, very powerful. Again, didn't get to test this one fully. It was not the easiest to earn these VRs during the test, and I had to buy a lot of different stuff like that and ended up not making it in time to be able to purchase another sight. However, my teammates said this is really strong, and from playing against other people, this is very strong overall. So you AKM mains are really going to enjoy this sight. It is very good. Again, obviously CL40 dual blades are not going to get sights, but the FAMAS does, and it is very strong. I had a lot of testing with this one. It is really nice to use. I don't know if they nerfed the recoil on this weapon. I'll go over some of the buffs eventually, and maybe in a later video, and what they kind of changed, some of the things that we kind of noticed from that. Overall, the reflector epic sight is very good, very strong overall, and this was much enjoyed by me. My teammates I don't think had much time with this as they used the AKM over this one, but this might place it up there with the AKM, or at least get it somewhat close. I really enjoyed this reflector sight. The FCAR is also going to get some sights, but it's not really sights, it's the removal of sights, so it's going to get your iron sights. Not really sure people would take advantage of this one, but it does have that option there now. And the FCAR definitely felt either nerfed or just not as good as the other weapons during the Season 4 test. Take that with a grain of salt, as I didn't have much time with it, but that's what I was hearing. Model 1887, no sights there. With the Pike 556 having sights, but really, again, here, just the removal of sights, making it into an ACOG sight, so you can kind of make it like an LH1. Very nice there. It does feel pretty good with iron sights, although a lot of people were using the Scout sight, which I felt like was better overall, but if you wanted a quick scope, it does feel okay with it. Obviously, this weapon's very strong, so either case, it is very good. R357 Magnum. Again, with that skin, the little license to sleuth skin, it's actually pretty funny. I just want to equip this to kind of show you what it looks like. So yeah, it looks very funny with this sight. It is pretty cool. It gets a compact reflector, but this weapon I've heard is not very good with the red dot sight. Again, didn't get much testing with this one. The pistols seem like they're just not good with sights. None of them seem to favor with sights at all. V9S, this one, it just doesn't seem good to use sights on pistols or the M11 at the moment. So until they nerf the red dot for it, or recoil or something like that, just not gonna be, I don't see much utilization from it. Jumping over to heavy, of course, we don't have the 50 Akimbos. We'll have no sight. Flamethrower, no sight. KS-23, of course. Lewis is not getting a sight, but you know what is? The M60. And this thing I have had testing with makes it very strong. I believe the fire rate was buffed with the M60. There is no recoil with the weapon already, so it's very easy to control. It does a lot of damage very quickly, and this is a very good sight to use. People are going to really enjoy this. If you are an M60 main, you're going to love this new sight. It is awesome for it and really does help out. That does cover for the heavy weapons. We're not getting any more sights for these. Of course, the melee weapons aren't getting anything. MG32 is not going to get anything. And the SA-12 also doesn't get a sight. So next up here, we're going to jump over to the League rewards. As you can see here, for Ruby, Diamond, Platinum, Gold, Silver, and Bronze, all the rewards here. Not able to inspect these. You, of course, can see them mostly from here, which is the Gold AKM, this Ruby Lewis, and a few others here, including the XP 54 diamond skin, so some decent rewards for ranked overall. Next up here, we do have those new rewards for leveling up, where we have some active bracelets, phone case for the badge, tactical sling bag. D4 is going to net you some new sponsorships. It looks like a new sponsor, at least. Eno Reno or Eno Rhino. System sneaks here. This new white and red cosmetic here. Wheel spin gloves, the satchel back bling, an athletic hat, and an oversized jacket at level 70. We're also going to jump over quickly to the contracts, where you can see here, looks like everybody's going to start off at Akimbo circuit. You actually, no matter what sponsorship you pick, it's only going to be one. Not sure if this is tied correctly or if it's going to matter depending on what sponsor you pick in the actual live version. However, my teammates all picked different ones. They picked Hoto, ESLT. They actually were also Akimbo. Even though they didn't pick it, they still have this contract. So this might be like everybody's together in the same thing. We don't know for sure. But this is the stage reward or the circuit reward here, which is an XP54 skin. That does cover it overall for all the different cosmetics there. In another video, I'm going to go over the sponsorship stuff, how to get into sponsorships, what the cosmetics are for that. So do be sure to watch out for that one. Overall, that should about cover for today's video. If you like, and subscribe, and until the next one. Deuces.